Hey coaster fans, it's Ty's Coasters, and welcome back to another coaster review. This time it's Silver Bullet at Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. Thanks to Airtime Thrills for uploading this footage to his raw footage channel. Without him, this video wouldn't be possible. Alright, let's get into the review, guys. So Silver Bullet is a B&M invert that is regarded as being one of the most unique layouts on an invert, and the reason for this is because Knott's Berry Farm didn't have very much space to work with here, so a lot of the coaster kind of travels over some of the paths going through the park, and so it is a coaster that can be viewed from all angles, and it is extremely photogenic, so that's pro number one. Silver Bullet is just absolutely beautiful to look at, and it's really, really cool to get off-ride footage of this ride. Now, one of the things that a lot of people say that this coaster doesn't do well is forces. I've heard time and time again, Silver Bullet's drop is bad, meaning it's a bad invert. Well, directly after that drop, you have one of the most forceful loops I have ever ridden. You have this awesome swooping overbank turn, and then you have this really scenic cobra roll that goes right over the park entrance. It's one of the first things that you see when you enter Knott's, and it is a staple of the park. It is incredible. You then go into a 0G roll into a pretty nice helix. Not super forceful, but, you know, a helix is a helix. After that helix, you go into a super whippy corkscrew, up into this weird off-banked airtime thing, into another whippy corkscrew, into a extremely forceful upward helix. Silver Bullet screams forceful to me. I don't know about you, especially if you get a back row night ride on this thing. Holy crap, when this ride has been running all day, it runs fantastically. The thing is butter smooth to me. I've heard people complain about a rattle, but I don't really notice a rattle in Silver Bullet at all. For a lot of people at Knott's, Silver Bullet is one of those rides where if it has a short line, they'll get on it. Silver Bullet is a must ride for me in the park. It is actually my number 2 favorite coaster in the park, and my favorite invert. I mean, keep in mind, I've only ridden one other invert being Batman at Magic Mountain, but I prefer this over Batman any day of the week. Silver Bullet is incredible. Now, what does Silver Bullet do bad? Operations. Yeah, they kind of suck. Knott's Berry Farm's operations in general aren't that great, but this is not a Knott's Berry Farm review. This is a Silver Bullet review. A lot of times I see stacking on Silver Bullet, which is not pleasant. The restraints are fine. I think that part of the reason that the operations are bad is because of the little buckle that goes into the restraint. I know that it's there for safety purposes, but it really is quite annoying. But the restraints are fine. They're not too uncomfortable. The seats are also pretty comfortable. Another thing this doesn't do well is, well, of course, that first drop. That's what pisses the most people off. The first drop is the only part of this coaster I think is dull. Everything else is super exciting. So at the end of the day, is Silver Bullet a good or a bad invert? It is awesome. Based on POVs that I've seen of other inverts, a lot of people would either rank this low or in the middle along with other inverts, but, you know, of course, I've only been on 2. But based on what I can tell, this would be much higher up for me personally. Of course, you don't all have to agree with me, but that's just my personal opinion. Silver Bullet is incredible. For its final score, I'm going to be giving Silver Bullet an 8.5 out of 10. Silver Bullet is 8.5 out of 10. It is a must ride for me at Knott's. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you click like, subscribe for more coaster videos, and I'll see you guys next time.